My name's Britany and I am the marketing lead at GoWISE USA. Today we're making pierogies. Every Christmas, Christmas Eve, we all come together and have this traditional Polish meal. The highlight of the meal is this pierogi. We all get together a few days before and we roll out the dough, we make the pierogies and kind of just have a fun time doing that. To start, you need 2 cups of flour. Make a divot in the middle and then add 2 eggs. My grandmother's recipe says to cut it in using a knife, but I find it easier to just use my hands. Add half a cup of water a little bit at a time. You may find that you don't need the whole amount. When you've added enough mixture, the dough will feel firm but malleable. It should not be crumbly, but not sticky either. Knead thoroughly. And maybe wash your hands before the next step. When you're done, place under a warm bowl and set aside for 10 minutes. Next, strain a cup or 2 of cottage cheese through a fine sieve using water. Discard the liquid. Add to the curds a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, and a teaspoon of dried chives. Mix thoroughly. Add half a teaspoon of lemon juice and maybe a few more chives. Your filling is ready. Finally, chop half an onion. We will use this as a topping once the pierogies are done. You're ready to start rolling out your dough. Sprinkle the surface that you're working on with flour to avoid the dough sticking. You want the dough to be about 1/8 of an inch thick. As you can see, I had to swap from using a cutting board to rolling on the counter itself. To cut and shape the pierogies, my family has a bunch of these little pierogi makers, which makes the process so much easier. Simply cut the shape with the bottom, add your filling, rub a little bit of water along the edges, and seal it closed. Running out of room to cut circles? Don't be afraid to bunch it up and re-roll to make more room. Once you have cut all that you can, don't forget to keep the scraps to make spatzel. To cook these pierogies, we are using the GoWISE USA 10-quart pressure cooker to steam them. Since this appliance comes with 2 steaming baskets, it's the perfect tool for this recipe. I recommend using a liner to ensure that your pierogies do not stick to the basket. Set your pressure cooker for 4 minutes at low pressure and then simply step away. The cooking cycle will begin automatically. While you're waiting, have some opłatek or some rye bread with butter. My other 2 favorite parts about Christmas Eve. Read the blog post for this mealtime memory to learn more about my family's Polish Christmas tradition. Last but not least, it's time to make your topping. Place your chopped onions in your pressure cooker with about 1/4 of a stick of butter. Use the sauté function to begin cooking your onions. Gradually add more butter. My grandma says don't add all the butter right away so you don't get a boiled onion texture. Cook until the onions are translucent or lightly browned. Then top the pierogies with a generous spoonful or 2. The pierogies are ready to eat. Thanks for joining me today making my family's annual Christmas Eve pierogies.